Welcome, everybody, to another Georgia Archery podcast. I'm your host, Big John Chandler, and this is where we talk about anything and everything to do with archery in the state of Georgia and Georgia archers wherever they may shoot. And my handy dandy, not so dusty sidekick, Robbie, sir.
What's going on, dude?
Not much, man. We're just doing our thing.
Oh yeah,
It's, you know, I'm just proud that we're still doing it. We've stuck to this.
yep,
Yeah.
yep. We've done pretty good this year.
Yep, so far so good. It's gonna get busy. I know it's gonna get
Oh
crazy.
yeah, it's going to get to a point here in a
Yep.
couple of months where doing this is going to get a little harder.
Yes, sir. It'll be well. We may just be doing it in the middle of the night or early in the morning, or you have it on your bench and I have it on mine. We'll be getting to work.
Yeah.
So, how was your weekend?
Oh, dude, it was good. We had a really good weekend. Had the month and just hung out.
That's good.
Worked in the garden. Realized
Yes,
I'm not, you know,
you're a farmer.
yeah, I'm a farmer, but I'm not 20 anymore. Um, did not realize how sore that I was. That I would wake up after doing all that. But it's all done now. The most of the hard stuff's done. So
Well, that's a
I'm
good thing.
thankful for that.
That's a good thing that it's that most of it's done. Um, I cleaned out some more lanes. Worked on some more. Trying to get that spot. I you know cleaned up so I can put some targets in it. Hopefully, I'll
There
find some
at your
on
house
my
where the
property.
house is going.
Yeah, um, so I can have a little place to, do some practicing
Well,
and
good.
you know. But yeah, we had a good time. Just relaxed and a little bit. And, it's just the calm before the storm is what I feel like.
That's right. Taking the time that we got now to
Yep,
relax, like you say, and just prepare as much as we can for what's to come
for
because
sure.
we know it's
It's
coming.
coming. That's right. But this past weekend there was looked like some rain came through and then it was some decent weather.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
the Arizona Cup, the USAT was the number one USAT of the year, was this past, and they had 11 shooters from Georgia shooting that event.
Mm-hmm.
And then we talked about that they had already done the Olympic trials,
Right.
and Alex was in there. Well, he made the cut. He's in the top 8, so he's
Way to go, Alex. That,
yeah,
like we've said before, that boy knows how to shoot that thing with no training wheels.
that's right. He knows that stick and string real well. So I hope he can keep going. So wishing the best of luck. I guess Gator Cup's the next part or something, and then they'll go from there. But on Saturday, Coastal Empire Archers down there in Richmond Hill, they had about 20 archers shoot that event,
Yep.
and
Uh,
then yeah, you got
Rocky,
it.
I didn't know if you wanted me to take it or not, but Rocky Branch had 33.
Yeah, Rocky Branch had 33 shooters, and the S3DA regional, which they're doing them back to back to back lately. So,
Hmm.
uh, cross-driven archery, although they had 100 plus shooters.
That
Man,
is
it's just
absolutely
great.
phenomenal.
That's right. And
Phenomenal.
then
And those 100 shooters, we need
yeah,
to point out for those that don't
it's
know,
youth. They're all kids.
they're all kids.
Yep,
That's what's so awesome about it, is
all
a
kids.
100 plus kids shooting archery,
Yep,
3D archery
3D.
at
That's
at
right.
one time
Hmm.
on a local level.
Yep, and now they had a good turnout, but the weather was nice. That's what everybody said. So,
Hmm.
and some good shooting going on there. And then on Sunday, Ogeechee Bowman had their 3D shoot, and they had 29 shooters. So it seemed like a little weak, from what we've been saying, 30 and 40 and 50 and
Yeah,
60.
yeah.
But
Well,
it
I mean,
happened.
it's
Also,
warming
spring
up.
break.
It's springtime. It's spring break. A lot of travel. You know.
People are traveling. Yep, people everywhere. So,
Mhm.
but yeah, not too bad. Let's see.
Well,
I'm trying to roll.
there's
Got
going
a
to be some
multi-task.
shooting going on this weekend too, from what I understand.
Yes, there is. So the Breaking the Barriers, the NFAA is having their the Breaking the Barriers one era marked national championship and national team championship in Fresno, California.
Over on the left coast.
Yes, sir. And they have some funny looking targets.
That
Um,
they do.
there's no doubt in my mind. Some of those targets are so different. So it's pretty cool, you know.
I'd be lost.
Yeah, just shoot in the middle and be done with it, right?
Right.
So
Right.
you'll see some of the pros and some of the posts around that are people shooting that event. So and on Saturday there seems like it's pretty good round of folks.
Yeah. Yeah. On the
Florida
local
Valley
level.
Guns in their shoot this weekend.
Hmm. Gainesville Archery
Yep,
Club is having that Baker Money shoot.
and then
Uh-oh. I think we got
hold on,
some
something ain't
gigawatt
acting
issues
stupid.
going on.
There. It just fixed. I think I fixed it though.
Okay.
All right,
Well,
maybe I fixed it.
I don't know
Let's see.
where
You
the
Gainesville
whole.
Archery Club.
They're having that Baker Money shoot.
Yep. All right, this should help. Is it better?
Yeah.
Are
I
we
mean,
back?
yeah. You there? I'm here.
Yeah. Okay. It had a little garbly there for a minute. And I wanted to make sure it was good. The Baker shoot was moved from last weekend because we talked about it
Mm-hmm.
to this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So and they moved the shoot. So that's at Gainesville Archery. It's the Baker shoot, which they got some big money players in that game. So
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
uh, and then
River. Yeah. Outback is shooting,
Outback Archery is having in range is having a shoot on Saturday. So
and then River Bottom is also shooting this weekend.
yep, they're going to
RBO,
shoot Saturday and Sunday. Yep, they're shooting Saturday and Sunday.
and then
And the
yeah,
SEA
12 Ring Archery
regional.
Club and BAM Archery Club are co-hosting a regional shoot.
Yep,
Somebody is one of us is having some gigawatt issues.
I know it's all. It just goes and comes. I don't know why my gigawatts is acting up, but
Technology.
always something. But at least we know. Yeah, 12 ring archery and BAM archery is having the regional for the S3DA Saturday. So
Hmm.
that's your club and then Lynn's club are joining team hosting that event. So
That is correct.
and then on Saturday, Ogeechee Bowman's having their safari trail shoot.
That's one of your favorite
That's a
shoots, is it
interesting.
not?
Yes, this is a very interesting event. It's a mini Reading,
Hmm.
um, and they shoot paper and 3D targets with dots on them. So,
Gotcha.
um, but that I'm not gonna make that one. And on Sunday, something like that. There it is. Kennesaw Archery Club is shooting on Sunday.
Hmm.
Rocky Creek Archery Club and RBO is doing their thing again Sunday. So there's three on Sunday.
Yeah, I've got some buddies that are going from here that are going up to Blake shoot on Saturday. I think he said they're shooting 2 days. I forget exactly where Mr. Allen said they were going
When is that?
this weekend. I'm pretty sure he said that
No,
it may be next weekend.
next weekend.
It's next weekend. It is next weekend.
Yep. So yeah, Blake's got his listed for next weekend. So,
R&D. Yeah, that's
yep.
right. That's right.
But
But there's still a lot of shooting going on.
yeah, I mean, yeah, plenty of shooting going on.
He gone. Oh, he back.
Yep. But it's probably because of some internet work and the wind. Well, the wind's blowing real bad. So
Yeah, and it rained here last night. My nephew up the road, they got almost 5 inches. Um, I mean, half mile from the house.
yeah,
So
that's a lot. Y'all,
a
you,
lot.
you need that airboat.
Yeah, that's no joke. We've had, I know, in the last 6 weeks or so, we've had close to 10 inches of rain.
Yep. Well, last night we were going to do this, but the rain is so hard, and you
Yeah,
had to.
you would have not been able to do anything in the house,
We
in
couldn't
my
have heard
house,
you
with
guys.
the aluminum or the tin roof.
Tin roof, metal roof. You sound like everything and anything. It sounded like the storm was right there with you.
It was for a while.
So, but I'm glad you made it safe and you got out this morning and got to work. So, and
Hmm.
the road is, you know, you,
It's
you
passable now.
that's a good thing that it dries out enough to get passable. So,
Yeah, which I have to when it's like that. I have to run it in 4 wheel drive from the
oh yeah,
driveway to the paved road, which is about a mile.
yeah, I understand that. But at least you can get in and out, and you got
Oh
4 wheel
yeah.
drive to do it. So,
Okay, it certainly could be worse.
oh, for sure. But I mean, we like to be able to be in the woods, right? So you
Oh,
ain't got to worry
dude,
about
yes,
nobody.
yes, it is so nice.
Well, man, we got this thing fast, son.
Yeah. Well, it is almost 10 o'clock.
I know. Well, don't tell everybody when we do this now, because you know.
Well, it's better not doing it at all.
Well, that's true. I mean, that's the thing about it. We may not be we didn't have a whole bunch of extra to talk about because there wasn't no big shoots and a big. We always talk about all like the 50 archers that made the top 10.
Hmm.
I mean, things like that. We just hadn't talked about. We ain't had no rabbit holes to go down, and you know, um, we are. Uh, Bottomlands has made it to almost every brand. That's all I can
Hmm.
say.
And it's coming on some more, from what I understand.
That's what I've been told.
So
So yeah, I mean, that is a resurgence in a pattern that is unreal.
it is so funny how 25 years ago that's all we had, and then stick and leaf camos come out, and
Oh yeah.
it's, oh man, we can blend now. We look like the trees and the leaves, and
Now
now,
what are we
we're going back to the OGs.
100%. Well, I saw a little picture about your arrow builds.
Yep,
Have
yep.
you have you narrowed it down, or you just gonna bring them all?
Well, I'm bringing all of them. I'm just playing with a couple of, I'm playing with a dozen victories. I got, of course, the rampages that I've shot for so
Yeah.
long, and then the new G5 arrow. I'm gonna shoot some of them, and like I said on Facebook, dude, that bow will shoot anything that I throw at it. It doesn't matter what. I shouldn't say what. It doesn't matter what spine, but a couple of different spines, a couple of different tip weights, a couple of different overall finished weight. It shoots all of them.
And yep, that's a good thing as long as you stay in the parameter that you need to stay in. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Not too light, not too heavy. You know what I mean? Because some of those,
Yeah,
if you shoot barbed wire, I mean, you can shoot a steel pole out of some of them, but it doesn't mean it's going to be accurate. You know?
that's right. And I hadn't been able to shoot a whole bunch, but what little bit I have,
Yep.
I mean, it's shooting as good as I can shoot it. So I'm really looking forward to getting to the TAC event. And
Well, honestly, I haven't played with a bunch of arrows, but I played with a good. I figured out my best hunting arrow, and it's a middle of the road arrow. It's the Easton Axis 4 millimeter
hmm
with the 50 grain insert on the half out on the front and 100 grains. 4 fletch back, tack vanes, and it just shoots. It shot so good out of my hunting bow that's actually all I'm doing is fletching more of those arrows, exactly the same.
well, I mean, and I hunted with the Mark 203s this past year.
Yep.
I'll probably shoot them this year, or the new Stax arrows. I don't know, but
Yep.
I'm going to TAC and playing with these arrows because it gives me an opportunity to
Test things.
test some things,
Yep.
shoot some longer yardages that I would,
Oh, for sure.
not normally do here at the house. And it gives me a reason to get out and shoot some arrows at some yardages that I just hadn't done in the last couple of years, and do some playing, because it's tough when you're in the shop by yourself, and the 350 spine fits this, let's roll with it. The
Yep.
400 spine fits this, let's roll with it. This fits your budget, let's roll with it.
I understand that
This has given me
some playtime,
some
and
play time, and a reason to play, if
yeah,
you will.
yeah. I will say that I did shoot a lift 33 80 pound yesterday.
Your shoulders feel okay?
Yes, it is. I honestly would say I was pleasantly surprised. Yes, I snapped, crackled, and popped on the first draw, but that was not. That would have happened if it was just the first draw of the day,
Yeah.
So it didn't matter. But
I bet it was screaming.
314.
With what grain arrow?
I didn't weigh the arrow, but it was um, TKO, VAP TKO
Hmm.
with 75 grain front insert 300 spine.
So 475 ish.
Yeah, and it was, well, there's also a 31.5 inch draw length.
Ho 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 ho.
So,
Jeff Banks.
no. Another gentleman who just bought this bow, and when he bought it, we didn't have 80-pound mods. We gave him the 70s, and he wanted 80s. And I'm like, well, why do you want 80s? And he said, because I can. And I'm like, well, that's a good enough reason for me. We'll get them in.
Yep.
And we got him in, and he's shooting. And he honestly said it was funny because he said he said, I think it's shooting better now than it did with the 70s.
Hmm.
And I was like, hey, because he broke 2 knocks at 20 yards with it after he come in and said, well, let me shoot it a little bit, see how far my sight's going to be off. It was hitting off, but they were stacking together. So.
Yeah. Well, that's a quick
Oh
fix.
yeah, it was a quick fix, and he was happy. He called me, and um, was very happy with it. So we're pleased and going about it. That bottom lands on the Matthews bow has been the hottest ticket
Oh
around,
yeah.
and every time one comes in, one goes out,
Yes, sir.
and the honestly we've sold a lot more prime bows than we have sold in a while, just because it's a good shooting bow,
Yeah, the RVX.
and
Oh yeah.
it,
Yeah.
it
It's
it's smooth. I had a guy in there the other day. He's like, well, which bow would you buy? I said, look, it's not about what I'd buy. I said, I just want you to shoot them all and you try. And he's
yep.
like, oh, and he's like, I don't like this, I don't like that, I like this. And he was down to the Rev X and
RVX.
the RVX and I think he had the Omnia. He liked it too, so the Elite Omnia. And I was like, hey, whatever, doesn't matter to me. They both shoot good. They're both. You can't go wrong with a bow at the top of the line right now.
No, you can't. I get asked all the time. So which one would you buy? Well, brother, it ain't my money.
That's
You
right,
buy the one that feels the best in your hand,
100%.
and because I tell them all the time, I want you happy when you're here, but I want you to
Happy with both,
smile to know when you got to come back. We need to do this, or you want to buy that. I mean,
100%.
I don't want you to dread the thought of having to
Yeah, you
come
don't want
in.
that, you want that buyer's remorse.
No, 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 not at
Just
all.
because somebody told me. You told me that this is the bow, and I shot my friend's whatever bow, ABC bow, and it was better. And I'm like,
Hmm.
no. So that's why, hey, you're gonna shoot them all, and you decide.
Yep.
And then if you get down to one or two, I'll tell you the plus and minuses I think about each one, and still let you
Hmm.
have
And
educate.
I don't even mention that unless someone asks me.
That's what I'm talking about. It's gonna have to be one of
Because
them.
it's my opinion. It doesn't mean that that's going to be your opinion.
Oh,
So I don't voice my opinion unless they ask for it.
there's no reason to.
Nope.
There's
Nope.
the right bow will find you. There's no doubt in my mind. So
And like you say, you can't go wrong with any of the bows at the top of, the top 5, 6 bow lines. I mean,
for sure.
you cannot go wrong. And
Nope.
they're all fairly easy to tune nowadays. I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
it's pretty much set the center shot and a couple shots through paper, and you're pretty much done on a
On,
regular basis.
right, on most all of them. That's a fact. So yeah. Well, we went into the talking, and we got about 20 minutes into it, so that's about where we've been running most of the time. Um, we had a little connection issue for a minute, but hey, buddy, I appreciate everything you do.
Likewise, I'm glad
Uh,
to do it, and I'm glad to be a part of it, and I
yep.
appreciate the opportunity from you.
If you didn't hear anything that about your club on the podcast or watched us on the video, you can always send us an email or a message. You can email us at.
GeorgiaArchery@gmail.com.
That's right. You can message us on.
The Facebooks,
That's
the
right.
Tweeters,
That's
the X, which I
X,
don't even know if you can email or message someone on X, but
Instagram,
I know you got the grams and you got the
Snappy
chat
Chats.
stats and
That's
and
right.
the TikTok. So
And
I mean,
TikTok.
you can find Georgia Archery on just about any platform and every platform
Yep.
that is a platform.
We're trying our best to be that way. And you can hear us on the audio podcast on almost any podcast app out there. So
Hmm.
if you don't see us on there, message us and we'll try to get it listed. So
And take a second and go to the GeorgiaArchery.com website and go to the calendar and pull up all the local shoots and find one that's in your area. If you've never done it, there's always going to be someone there that's willing to help. If you got any questions, they're gonna answer them in the best way that they can answer them.
100%.
The Georgia Archery website is an extremely good tool.
Yep.
And John takes a lot of time and spends a lot of time putting all those dates on the calendar and the photos from shoots and whatnot. It is a very, very good tool. And I hope that each and every one of y'all listening to this will utilize it because it's there for you to utilize.
That's right. That's what it's there for. And like I said, we just want to keep building it. So the more information you give us, the more information we can share with everybody else.
That's right.
Well, I think that's going to do it for today.
Yeah, man. It's a little after 10.
That's right.
Mama's upstairs in the bed.
Hmm.
I'm going to go crawl into bed and snuggle with Mama.
All right. Well, until next time, I'm Big John.
And I'm Robbie.
We'll see you.